Hello, Internet, and welcome back to another episode of Hidden Gems, name pending. It might be something different in like 2 weeks, I don't know. Today we're going to be talking about Prince of Persia 2008, which was one of my favorite games that nobody really played. It made me really sad. So I'm going to talk about this game for a little bit. We're going to do some gameplay and show and everything like that, and I hope you enjoy. Prince of Persia was a very well-known and established franchise among console gamers and mobile gamers alike. Everybody knew about Prince of Persia, and unfortunately the 2008 retelling of said story just really didn't get the praises that it should have. The game was phenomenal. I really loved it, and it was a super great story. It had amazing voice acting. Even the game itself was just gorgeous and looked great. It was cel-shaded, which cel-shading artwork, in my opinion, is really, really cool, especially when they do it really well, which this game did it amazingly. It looks better than some of the video games that have come out in recent years, so the fact that it came out 12 years ago is mind-boggling. The story takes place as pretty much your prince, of course, and you run into this girl named Elika who's got these magical powers, and you guys accidentally release Ahriman, this evil demon king, and you eventually have to capture him and put him back in his prison of a tree in order for you to save the world. And it's just really, really good. Like, the gameplay is solid. You have to, do the platforming and the combo mechanics. The one downside that some people didn't like is the fact that you can't die. Like, Elika saves you every time that you're about to die. But the thing is that it doesn't really change that much. If you were to fall off a platform and die, then Elika brings you back to the last area of stable ground, which in a Prince of Persia game, since it's platforming, could be pretty far back, and it would be really irritating to lose all that progress. Or, when you're fighting someone, if you die, then the enemy that you fight again now has full health, so it restarts the fight. So you're not losing a huge amount of progress or anything, but also, it's still irritating enough to where you want to get good at it. The combo mechanics and the fighting system are really, really cool. There's some enemies that have like different kind of stances that you can only harm them when you use a certain move, and then there's other enemies that you literally have to figure out like a puzzle in the middle of intense combat, which is really, really awesome. The game makes it a point to never have the main characters clip into each other. Like, they do a really good job of this, to the point where I've never seen it happen. Like, I've seen video games nowadays that have more bugs than this game, and this, yet again, 12-year-old game. They make it a point to, like, where if you're going to walk towards her, she moves out of the way, or Prince moves her out of the way, or, like, grabs her and swings her around so he gets behind her, just so they don't clip into each other, and they do a really good job of it. The landscapes look absolutely gorgeous. Everything looks super cool. There's giant landscapes, and it all has great storytelling to it. You don't even have to be told where you are. The game does that for you before they even have the chance to talk to you. The story is really, really good. The characters have an understandable relationship at the beginning, and they develop over time.
Why have you gone prickly on me?
You enjoyed that.
Teaching that thing a lesson? Taking some revenge for the people it killed? Yes, I enjoyed that. You enjoyed that side of things too. Don't worry, Princess. You're still more than good enough for both of us.
They're not just trying to make stupid one-liner quips or anything like that. They actually genuinely form a bond as you go through these horrible situations together, because, when you guys are in stress, you tend to, form a bond. And it's just really, really good. The voice acting is amazing. It's got some pretty big names in voice acting, like Starfire from Teen Titans, Nathan Drake from Uncharted series, Leon Kennedy from the Resident Evil game, and Crypto from Destroy All Humans. It's got a whole bunch of big name actors. Even the bad guys that you run into at some point, you at first, of course, you don't like them, but you realize that Ahriman had actually tricked all these people into becoming his slaves. At first they had good intentions, but then he tricked them into being horrible people, and so you feel bad for vanquishing these people, and you feel good about saving their souls in the end of the game. So it's such a good game, and I highly recommend you play it. Unfortunately, it didn't do well compared to Assassin's Creed, because Assassin's Creed came out like a year before, and Assassin's Creed sold like 140 million copies, whereas like Prince of Persia sold like 2.1. So Ubisoft decided to run with Assassin's Creed and drop the Prince of Persia franchise entirely. They just recently started remastering the original, but they haven't continued this story, and it makes me sad because it was just such a good game. I highly recommend you check it out. It's on Steam, it's on GOG, you can play it at any point in time. If there's any video games that you like that you think haven't gotten the praises that they should, let me know in the comments down below or send me a message. Maybe I feel the same way and I'll make a video about it. I hope you guys enjoyed my little hidden gems, and hope you guys have a good day. Peace.